Hey everyone! Let's make sure everything is up and running. We are on part 2 of Hogwarts Legacy. The new game will be streaming. From this one we'll pretty much go to Assassin's Creed and then we'll do some like smaller knee-jerk games as we go through. We will have the expansions for Outlaws and also for Avatar Pandora. That will, when they come out, we'll stream those. But after Hogwarts Legacy, we will start to do the Assassin's Creed. We're going to go through every single game that's come out on main computer platforms. So we're avoiding. I think Liberation is on the system, which is normally the Vita game. There are a couple of DS games as well, and you've got the Chronicles. Now, if we get enough time, we will go through the Chronicles. But as it stands, I think with the 3 or 4 last ones that they made, they're probably 60 to 80 hours each, so probably won't include those. It's going to be a struggle. I think Valhalla might be the difficult one. I'm not sure about Mirage, but I know Odyssey and I can't remember the fourth one. They are really strong for hours. Whether we will go through main quest and then go back and do the start came up. We will go back and do the other quests. I don't know. I found out something really disturbing about Hogwarts Legacy. There's not much we can do now, but maybe we will work out. I think on PS5 it's even harder, but you have to get to the map chamber with each house, and that's a difficult one. Okay. Cool. Right, I guess we're continuing.
Revelio.
Just make sure we haven't missed anything in these. Oh, there is something there. Wonder where that is. Must be in another room. At least we can do fast travel now. That probably saves us a little bit of time. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a great evening.
I prefer they not be allowed to attend.
Couldn't agree more. Not to mention, it exposes us to their backward way of thinking.
Revelio.
Oi, can you help me?
Hello? Were you calling me?
I was, yes. Thought you might be interested in joining me for a bit of an adventure. Following a treasure map, to be precise. Slight respite from battling the odd troll, I should... Ask Poppy if she'd be interested as... I found 2 maps lying about, both leading to locations around Hogwarts. Care to have a look at one?
Following a Hogwarts treasure map? Count me in.
Wonderful.
Where do you suggest I search first?
Based on a cursory review of your map, I'd suggest somewhere near Hecat's classroom.
Very well. I shall take a look if I can find the time.
Fair enough. Meet me back here.
Revelio. Revelio. Professor, I'm glad.
And I you.
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have, had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Just close the door, guys.
Speaking of the vault, they're after the locket.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Ah, a rhinoceros skeleton.
Might some kind soul help me?
Revelio.
student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Are you alright?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because Imelda is one of the worst losers. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and...
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I don't think I know the
Do you have any suggestions on how... Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Okay.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. There's the fountain. I'm getting closer.
All of my siblings have finished at Hogwarts.
My mother is so excited for me to come home for the holidays.
Lumos. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Accio.
It's definitely something to do with it, but not quite there yet.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
The Daedalian Keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Hello, Nellie. You seem excited about something.
The Daedalian Keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian Keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Why would Professor Surely you will be trying to complete the challenge as well.
I've tried, and I can't even get past the first cabinets. Perhaps you'll have better luck. I'd love to know what's...
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Okay, we'll do this one. Try and get past it at least.
You know I hate being left out.
All too well.
And you know I like a good cauldron cake. Rascals, going...
Revelio.
I had mentioned.
Oh, obviously, that's when everything changed. That's absurd. You could pick any point in history and say that.
Find anything yet?
Things are changing all the time.
Hello, Arthur. What was it we were going to do?
We were each going to follow a Hogwarts treasure map. I'd suggest...
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 17...
Okay, we missed something here.
I should come back to this another time.
Okay, we can't do anything yet.
It didn't bother me. I swear.
Good. I'm sure they likely hadn't heard the house call. That's all.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending...
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, you may be surprised by some of them. When you're finished, you know where to find me once you've finished.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
You're back.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of...
Why, yes it is. Ready for...
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
Apologies in advance.
Potato!
Don't shy away now.
That's all you've got? Stupid one. Accio.
You're better than that!
Potato!
Accio. Come on.
Levioso!
Potato. Stupid one. There goes my way.
What to do? Bravo!
I gave it my all.
The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all...
Accio.
That's it!
Levioso.
Good one!
Levioso.
You'll get it!
Levioso. Accio.
Excellent form! I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice.
Assignment's all finished.
Your brain doesn't fill up.
You're entitled to your opinion. Doesn't mean I'm obliged to agree.
I should say a bins class fills up your brain.
That's what I'm saying.
I think I'll miss you.
Really?
I shan't miss you.
Maybe not.
Just
The two of us.
My brother. I can't wait.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you and that you found success in your endeavors.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate and keep your wand steady. Good work.
Revelio.
I heard that.
I swear.
Good. I'm sure they likely have.
Revelio. Revelio.
Okay.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted...
But Professor...
I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea. Revelio. Accio. Incendio. Revelio. Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomstick. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's.
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the...
He can't get it himself.
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I...
You want to show some initiative. And I am. Meet me outside the library.
How concerned should I be about that? What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
Thank you.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
I'll get to spells. Oh, come on, where is it? There we go. So we need dissolution.
If I can see you, the prefects might be able to as well. Be careful.
The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do I need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves? Goodness gracious, what a mess!
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you.
Potato.
Silent as a grave. Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you.
Leviosa.
Should be in the clear now. No need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think we'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to do that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Revelio.
Secrets of the darkest arts. I'm impressed.
Revelio.
Who have we here? Sebastian Sallow and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty, you'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor. Reparo. Revelio. Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. That's it! Revelio. this lead? Revelio. Not surprising. Guards at the ready. Protego! Revelio. Protego! Stupefy! Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! Revelio. Revelio. This must be the way forward, but to where? Revelio. Nearly there. Let's keep my wits about me.
Protego! Levioso! Stupefy!
It is a book after all.
Interesting, interesting. It's going to be the four houses, isn't it? Change the name slightly.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald? Professor Rackham?
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood? Professor Bakar?
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But Let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
She's gonna become evil.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
there was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Black.
Revelio.
We can get back into the library. So if we can get back into the restricted section, I wouldn't mind having a crack at those extra chests, but maybe that's why you have to play it a second time.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how?
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Great. Okay.
Don't you find it chilly in greenhouses?
Revelio.
I'm convinced that behind her rock.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for
Better
today's
looking
class.
Herbology than the Harry Potter era.
A little treat for your auntie.
Ah, hello! Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting Dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have...
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass. I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you.
I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon?
Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't worry, nurse Blake. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that! That's anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove you...
It's chaos out there. Trolls and dogweed and deathcap has more. You get the idea. Anyway. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves. I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
If I had to pick a professor to race against, it would be Hecate. I'm serious.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much...
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
Make anything.
Of course it is.
She's right.
Thank you. Well, it's their own fault for saving it, and then letting it grow fond of them. What else were they supposed to do?
A Daedalian Key. I wonder where it might lead me. Revelio. There's the cabinet. How do I get this key in there? Excellent. An old coin. Perhaps Nellie knows what it means. Revelio.
Maybe Aura's or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the...
Professor Black would never
Revelio.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your Herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around. Proficiency in potions are...
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. You remember me, don't you? Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes. We met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped.
I'll get you the Fuipa feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fuipa feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry.
Your potion should not be that...
Revelio. Reparo.
A well-prepared witch or wizard always has a few potions on hand.
Here's the Fuipa feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
My Wiggenweld potion's utter rubbish. Wish I could just replace it with one from J. Pippin's.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it! Revelio.
Dragonstar! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you... Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Revelio.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise. Few.
Revelio.
Alright, okay, what next?
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian Keys?
Hello, Nellie. I managed to get a Daedalian key into its lock.
Brilliant! What did you find in the cabinet?
A curious token of some sort.
Looks like a Gryffindor house token. I bet it unlocks our house chest. I call them house chests. I've seen the one in our common room and heard there are also in the other common rooms. Keep an eye out. I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, the prize must be something grand.
I should see this through and find the Gryffindor house chest. This must be my house chest. Seems I'll need to find more house tokens if I'm to open this. Quite a few by the look of it.
I used to like Transfiguration, but now it seems to be getting...
Revelio.
If anyone needs help with an essay or assignment, I don't mind. I wrote 2 inches for bins yesterday while I was eating my lunch. I don't think it's anything.
Revelio.
Common room after a long day, especially if we've had potions. Much cozier than the Great Hall.
Well, Madam
The people I feel sorry for are the ones who don't receive any owls.
I need to find out how to get... That's right, I wanted to go Transfiguration.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Accio. Accio. Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Revelio. Revelio.
You really showed that troll what's what, didn't you?
This stairwell looks promising. This looks like the portrait from the map. And where's the treasure? Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Leviosa. Accio. Accio. Leviosa. Revelio. Revelio. Protego. Levioso. Accio. There was a doorway hidden within the portrait. I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
She did say that.
I thought she did. I hope you know that it isn't true.
Made any progress with your treasure map?
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might like to know that my map led to a doorway hidden within a portrait.
Oh, how clever! Mine led to the boathouse. Barely found the treasure before I saw the headmaster coming. He shooed me out of there, but not before I got a few galleons richer. What did you find?
I found what I believe is an authentic historian's uniform.
Oh, that's lucky. Seems as though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join me. Well, on to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick rummage round Weasley's office might yield anything in?
Okay, right, let's guess we've got to go all the way down, and then once we get the flue, we can transport there whenever we like.
Revelio. Revelio.
You only have to do this once.
Revelio. This looks intriguing.
Some assistance.
Hello. Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from... They never...
I'm so sorry.
We can't be sure. Father was so... a treasured family...
You seem to think I'm... What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool. It's mainly you. Sadly, I'd imagine.
It sounds dangerous, especially for some.
I understand. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a foot. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see. Revelio.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps.
A bit odd. But whatever the reason, for now, it is safe to say everyone has been taught. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason. I am not going to sit by.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow.
I had heard all the more reason they must. Rumor has it that taking him down would.
That may be true, but shouldn't officers...
I spoke with her. I overheard some. I was thinking that.
All right.
I am going to watch and, in the meantime,
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Revelio.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here? Revelio.
Levioso. Careful now. You could hurt somebody.
But Mummy...
Archie, I don't have time to argue. I've told you repeatedly not to stray far from home.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I never thought it'd come.
They attacked you.
When I said as much, they turned on me. Struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my...
Has Ranrock... You mentioned that your pain... I'm sorry that...
It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi.
What do you have for sale?
I sell...
Can you tell me a bit of... Any whispers? What do you have for sale?
I hope to see you again sometime.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts. to Arn. Revelio. Past the ruins. I'm on the right track. Revelio. An encampment. This must be it.
I will make you pay. Why do you prevent this?
Leviosa.
Who do you?
Oh, Accio.
I have a brother who works at Gringotts. Couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk all day.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter.
Arn will regret not joining us. If he doesn't come round now, he'll be made even more of an example.
Cards.
No Whittle's wizard will be spared.
I've been at this for hours.
Is somebody there? Hello?
Accio.
I should have met your death. This will not go well for you.
Accio. How many of you are there?
You are terribly outmatched. Surely you can see that.
Levioso. Accio.
You won't get away with that. I feel as though you're not even... An intruder! Oh! Why have you not run away?
Levioso.
Are you quite finished? Is that the best you can do?
Protego!
Butternut, fortunate end for you. Was that your best?
Easily diverted.
Accio. Will unite us?
Levioso.
Ranrock won't be stopped. Ranrock will lead us to victory.
Quite an enchantment. The carts are returning to Arn.
If only Ranrock were here to see this. You are terribly outmatched. Surely you can see that. Up for a bit of dying, are we?
That was quite something. Protego!
If you're here for my wares, I'm afraid I still don't have my carts.
Arn, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have? Ramrock's lot called me up.
I managed to free your carts fairly easily.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back. Perhaps my next piece will be a trip.
What a nice idea, Arn.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. All the best to you. Once my carts arrive.
Archie, I don't have time to argue. I told you what to do. Not to stray far from home. Exactly what I meant.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be sick.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Protego!
Now you've done it. Look what you...
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
You've nowhere to hide! We're to hang up them off!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this student
Accio.
You're a big expulsive.
Protego!
A pile of luck, that's what you got!
Don't think you're going to get out of this alive.
Accio!
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortioners.
It's a long story, but...
Well, you've avoided them. Best get moving.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's typical hardworking. She's a traveling vendor.
You're a reason. I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. Chatters on endless. Merlin attended.
Fixtures.
I believe he...
I can see why...
Versatile herb. I had just arrived. You see, each...
The mallow sweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of mallow sweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Incendio! The flames make the pyre sink.
How beautiful! What a day! I can
Revelio.
hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have...
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, you should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Okay guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back on tomorrow. We'll be doing possibly the last 2 or 3 Cyberpunks, then we'll be continuing with Hogwarts Legacy. Thanks very much for tuning in guys. Let's get this saved.